Here are the top 3 oldest civilization. Number 3. Roman civilization. Roman civilization dates back to the 6th century BC. It was ruled by powerful emperors such as Julius Caesar and Augustus. Roman civilization power can be gauged by the fact that it took control over the land surrounding the present-day Mediterranean Sea. Early Romans were ruled till 7 kings, after which power was taken over and turned into republic. Roman civilization architecture. Early Roman architecture borrowed heavily from Greek architecture. Roman civilization were the ones to discover, experiment and exploit concrete, arches and vaulting. Romans kept interior as impressive as exterior by shaping interior space rather than filling it with structural supports. Romans made water supply readily available, which allowed bathhouses to become a typical feature. Romans worked on perfecting their bridge building and road laying skills, which allowed them to cross rivers, thus expanding their empire. Roman civilization geography. The city of Rome is located in the central eastern part of the Italian peninsula on the banks of the Tiber River in the Lazio region of Italy. Most of the land surrounding Rome was fertile, thus allowing Romans to farm. Shallow rivers around Rome were easy to cross, but Romans were not master sailors as compared to Greeks, thus becoming easy target for pirates. Roman civilization technologies. Ancient Roman civilization is credited with engineering marvels such as concrete, newspapers, Roman arches, roads and highways, surgical tools, watermills, Roman cement, aqueduct to transport water along stone, lead and concrete pipelines and into city centers, along with rotary motion, which was used to power treadmill for powering cranes and other heavy lifting objects. Number 2. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt civilization dates back between 3100 BC and 2686 BC. Known and admired for the culture, it was developed along the banks of River Nile, as evidenced by magnificent pyramid, and act as reminder of existence of a powerful empire in the Egyptian desert. Ancient Egypt architecture. Architecture of the ancient Egypt includes some of the renowned structures in the world, the Great Pyramids of Giza and the temples at Thebes. These architectures reinforce the power of Pharaoh. Ancient Egyptians were skilled in building structures. Using effective tools and sighting instruments, architects could build large stone structures with great accuracy and precision, which is still admired today. Ancient Egypt geography. Ancient Egypt was divided into distinct type of lands, black land and red land. The black land, being a fertile land on the banks of the Nile, was used for agriculture, whereas the red land was a barren desert which separated ancient Egypt from neighboring countries and invading armies. Red land also provided the ancient Egyptians with a source for precious metals and semi-precious stones. Ancient Egypt technologies. Ancient Egyptians kept a high standard in productivity of technology and its sophistication. The Egyptians created their own alphabets and decimal systems. Ancient Egyptians had skills and expertise in making glass objects which could be made either transparent or opaque. Number 1. Mesopotamia. 10,000 BC. Mesopotamia is the first civilization in human history which dates back to 10,000 BC. It is situated between Tigris and Euphrates river system in northern Fertile Crescent. Mesopotamia civilization is known for concept of agriculture and domesticating animals. Mesopotamia architecture. Mesopotamian architecture is based on available archaeological evidence, pictorial representation of buildings, and texts on building practices. The most notable architectural remains are the temple complexes from early Mesopotamia at Uruk, temples and palaces from the early dynastic period sites in the Diyala River Valley such as Kayfaha and Tel Asmar. Mesopotamia geography. First cities were built alongside irrigation canals which were separated by vast stretches of open desert or swamp where nomadic tribes roamed. Due to difficulty in communication among the isolated cities, each city became a state city, being independent of the others and protecting its independence. At times, one city effort to conquer and unify the region were resisted and failed for centuries. Mesopotamia technologies. Mesopotamian people were inventors of many technologies such as metal, copper working, glass and lamp making, textile weaving, flood control, water storage, and irrigation. They developed from copper, bronze, and gold onto iron. Decoration of palaces were made with hundreds of kilograms of these very expensive metals. Copper, bronze, and iron were also used for armor as well as for different weapons such as swords, daggers, and maces.